There's nothing I quite like as much as an atmospheric home by the sea. Except maybe an atmospheric home by the sea with just a slice of that delicious verticality. And today's More the Day has both atmosphere and verticality in spades. For today, we're showcasing Arkansas, a Duma Underwater House by Katja Karel and Ruffin van Gaal. Arkansas is a simply superbly beautiful new player home in the Azores coast, adding a new door ruin for you to discover just right next to Talpanora in the midst of the inner sea. Unique in every aspect, this door ruin has just been partially taken over by the giant parasol mushrooms and Tawani roots that so dominate this region, making for a simply gorgeous location to stumble across, with that lovely vista verticality just providing you with a perfect view of the Terry-built mainland. And speaking of Terry-built, yes, this is quite obviously compatible with Terry-built. At least for now anyway. Devil knows, it does feel like Terry-built just keeps encroaching on the inner sea a bit, making it more of an inner pond than an actual sea. I mean, no offense to TR of course, I love the mainland, but as I've noticed when sailing around with sails and sails, there's really not a whole lot of space out here, and they keep adding new islands to the inner sea, which just diminishes the space even more. Again, just, not a criticism per se, but it does kind of feel like the inner sea isn't really much of a sea these days. Those musings aside though, Arkansas is an atmospheric delight, and one that has clearly already been renovated by some previous owner, with lots of lovely spots for you to sit and enjoy the seafaring views. Maybe sit back with a jug of Sujama or a glass of Cyrodiil brandy and just watch the sunset. Or you could even go for a bit of a swim, for the detailed atmospheric beauty extends even down below the waves, with schools of fish and ancient statues to provide just an exciting backdrop for just a bit of a dive. But, of course, as gorgeous as this exterior is, it is far from all there is to see here, for down below in the ruins of Arkansas, there is a simply exquisite player home waiting for you to claim it. It's not exactly free though. While the previous owner has passed, the ruin is now home to Duma spectres and Centurion spiders, and you'll need to just to clear the place out before you can actually call it your own. So it's kind of like a dungeon delve, but not really. The combat's just limited to just, this central hub here, and once that's cleared out, you'll find a positively stunning Duma ruin to make into your new base of operations. In the main chambers, you'll find a scenic little alchemy lab, complete with a full set of alchemical equipment, just gorgeously set to some atmospheric lighting and beautiful detailing, as well as storage chambers and even just some really nicely decorated hallways. You can definitely see Katja's deft and masterful hand in the interior design here. Each of these chambers is simply a joy to behold. As some of you may recall, we featured just a number of mods that Katja Karel has worked on in the past year. And those trademark atmospheric locations and interiors can be found in each and every one, like the absolutely stunning locations in the investigations of Tel Uris, or the tranquil and mystical overhaul of the Shrine of Azura in Obwing Twilight. Just everything that Katja Karel creates is just utterly breathtaking. Without question, she is one of the most talented interior and location designers in the modding community today. Though, devil knows, there is just quite a bit of talent in the community these days. We're living in a new, true golden age. But anyway, gushing aside, at least for a second, I reserve the right to continue gushing here in a moment. But in addition to the alchemy lab and storage halls, you'll also find a lovely little swimming pool, just complete with little fishies just swimming about. And finally, last but certainly not least, my absolute favourite part of this entire mod, the observatory. This submerged set of halls is just an absolute joy to behold, absolutely oozing an atmosphere, with giant windows looking out into the submerged depths of the inner sea. And the observatory itself even has a glass dome, so you can stare up at the waters above, just surrounded by multicolored lanterns, a truly magical effect. As is only appropriate, the observatory is where you'll find the living quarters, with lavishly furnished nooks where you can just, you can rest with a view of the sea, including a central lounge where you can just, sit back, unwind, and enjoy a day off from adventuring in the lands of Morrowind. Arkansas is just another amazing mod from Katja Corell, one of several that she's released or collaborated on for this year's marathon. And it is simply a bar none excellent player home, perfect for Doomer enthusiasts or, just those who want to live in a truly beautiful and serene location. It even includes a new Doomer helm, courtesy of Ruffin Van Gaal. I really do just highly recommend it. But that's about all there is to see here, so that's just our mod of the day. As always, I've been your host, our Golf Guy. Thanks for watching, stay safe, stay healthy, happy modding, and I'll see you all next time.